Okay, we are live on Facebook in just a minute. Like I said, the Zoom is tricky with Facebook Live. I'm also going to record in just a moment so that we can throw this on YouTube as well.
Joanna, I'm actually gonna leave. I'm gonna leave for a second and try to rejoin to see if my camera will work then. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, looks like we're live on Facebook. I am just going to throw the link in every so often. So, okay, everybody, welcome. This is fun. Like I said, Zoom, I've used Zoom a few times. I'm much more comfortable with the Google Meets, but people have been having problems with the Google Meets. So I thought we'd try Zoom a couple times and just see how this works. It looks like we have quite a few people in here. Um, so I think what we're going to do is I'm going to read for all of you guys, as many as I can. Um, and all I ask is that when I'm talking to someone else, you either mute or just make sure that there's no noise in where you are. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth. So, oh, and let me hit record. Okay, so Psychic Party, November 29th. And we have several people. Do I have more people to admit? Let's admit everybody here. Okay. Here we go. I think so. We have 14 in here so far. So, cameras and microphones, just make sure they work. Everybody, um, unmute yourself and give me a big hi just to make sure that your microphone works.
Hi.
Okay, Susan Williams, you're still there. We go. Nicole, everybody just say hello. Okay, hi. That's awesome. If anybody from Facebook Live wants to join us, I am putting the link again in the comments. I am doing these every week. Every week I'm doing a psychic party because I am not on the road as much as I want to be on the road. So, what I'm doing is we are using, oh, let's admit Kayla again. So bear with me because I'm still just trying to figure out the whole Zoom thing. I've used it a couple times. I'm still getting used to it. I believe we're live on Facebook. It looks like people are talking to us and can see us. Oh, thank you for the stars, Janice. Stars help me like take care of business when I am not on the road. So, let's see, who do I want to start with here? I'm so excited. Okay, Susan Williamson, can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Susan. Have I read for you before?
Hi, how are you?
Great. Can you hear me okay?
You have. I can. Can you hear me okay?
I can. We might have a delay, I'm not sure. Okay, so
All right.
where are you from, honey?
Oconomowoc, Wisconsin.
Oh, I really want to start doing shows in Oconomowoc once COVID is over. So there's a couple cool venues that I've looked at in Oconomowoc.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So that's definitely something I am hoping to do at some point. So, um, do you have an area that you want me to look at for you? Are you wanting to do just mediumship? Are you looking at life stuff? What do you hope to have me kind of?
Um, well, I was hoping that I could get some answers to some things that a really close friend of mine, both of his parents were murdered.
Okay, don't tell me
And they're
anymore.
not
Don't tell me anymore.
sure.
Wait, wait, wait.
No, they're not.
Okay. Hang on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune in on that. Uh-oh, hang on. We got people. I need you guys to mute while I'm reading for Susan. Susan, where did you go?
I'm still here.
Okay. So Susan,
Anna, I
what?
thought you might want to know that you're frozen.
Okay. Susan, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, then I'm not really frozen. I might be frozen on your device, but it's not frozen. Okay? So you want me, I'm going to tune in on your energy, Susan, and I'm going to take a look at you. So anybody else, I need muted. So Shannon and Janice, go ahead and mute. And Tiffany. Okay. So let me just tune into you, Susan. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and mute. There we go. Okay, Susan, so this is a male friend whose parents were murdered together?
Yes.
Okay. So one of the things I am picking up is the name Tom or something like Tim, Tom, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I'm not sure about the Tim or the Tom yet.
Okay, just hang on to that. My throat definitely hurts. I feel like my head hurts. There's just a lot going on in this that I'm feeling like I feel confusion. I get the number 4 or the month of April. I feel like it's important. I almost feel like the mom is saying, "I'm with Tom. I'm with Tom."
Okay.
So just jot that down. He is still here,
Okay.
correct? Your friend is still living?
Yes, yes.
But he has a brother or close friend on the other side as well, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, because I'm being shown brother or close friend on the other side.
Okay.
I feel like the mom is saying she is with the brother or close friend. So what I'm being shown, is this been... I'm telling you, I'm having a hard time breathing, just kind of focusing on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will tell you that I don't feel like the person who was responsible had enough consequences. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they can't find him.
Okay. Because I'm being shown there's not been enough consequences to him. And what I'm being shown is that they may never find him. His life could end before they find him.
Okay.
And I feel like this is somebody the family knew. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, because I feel like there was some trust. There was kind of like some commotion, some why. Why did this happen? Oops, sorry, Yolanda. I'm going to get you in here. So there was kind of like this wondering of what happened, why, that kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
They will not show me how they were murdered. I just can't breathe. I feel like it was too gruesome or too awful for me to be shown. Sometimes they will do that. They're like, nope, we're not going to show you. It's too much. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
I wish I could tell your friend that there's going to be some resolve. I don't feel like
Right.
the justice will be served in the way that it should be. And I feel like the family really wants to see justice. Does that make sense?
They do. They do. Yeah.
Yeah. I almost feel like this.
I think a big thing is to know that they're together and they're at peace.
Oh, they are together. They are together, and they're with
Another
people they
relationship is
know. They're with people they care about as well. So that's important to know. And it's important to
Yeah.
just to know that this person is really suffering himself who did this. I believe he will probably end up,
Okay. Okay.
how can I say this? And this sounds so awful. I don't think he can live with himself. And I feel like his life will end because of his own actions, because he just can't live with what he's done. Now, I also get the mother being very forgiving and saying, this is just what happens sometimes. And she's very forgiving to the person who murdered her, which I know sounds crazy, but once we get on the other side, we understand our life path. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. No, and that's the type of person and that's the type of person she was. They both were. They
Yeah.
were both very caring, forgiving people. That's what they did.
Yeah. So she's like, this is just what happens
Uh,
sometimes. Oh, go ahead.
Right. Right, absolutely. And I think as long as they know that, mom and dad are at peace and they're okay, I think it's okay. But
Absolutely. Absolutely.
we all had that gut feeling that he would never be found, and that he is still alive, and that he's out there somewhere, which we've come to that, that realization, and we're okay, I guess, for the most part with that. It's just, I think it's just a lot of unanswered questions.
Absolutely.
Crazy situation.
Absolutely. Sorry, I gotta mute some people here. If I have to mute you myself and you guys can't mute yourselves, then we got a problem. Sorry.
Yeah.
I feel strongly that nobody can punish you as much as you punish yourself at times. I feel like this was someone with some mental illness issues,
Right.
and that they were off the rails when this happened.
Okay.
I don't think that this person wanted to hurt them.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I feel like,
Nobody's seen that coming.
right, right. No, I'm being shown mental illness. So that's just kind of where it's going, and that's why she's so loving and forgiving. Okay? Okay.
Her son's that way.
Really?
So
Yeah.
he's he does
Okay.
everything for everybody else,
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, any other questions?
nope. Just as long as I think that answered pretty much the majority of the questions that I had.
Absolutely. And I'm doing house parties. I'll come to Oconomowoc and do a house party if you need me. So
Okay. And you said she was with Tom, correct?
yeah, she right away wanted to say Tom. And she wanted to tell me she
Okay,
was
yeah.
with like a son or a family friend or a
Yeah,
nephew
yeah.
or
So so now that I'm thinking about it, when just before both of them were killed together, one of the grandfathers died. Then both parents were killed, and then a few months later, the other grandfather died from the other side. So there was 3 of them that all went within like a 2-3 month period.
wow. Wow. And one of them was Tom?
because it was both grandparents and then both parents.
Okay.
Well, he was very close. Her son, the parents that were murdered, their son was very close to his grandfather, Tom, I think.
Okay. That makes
Tim,
sense.
Tom or Tim, something like that.
Yeah, it's like a TM connection. So, yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Susan. I'm just going to have you
Perfect.
mute yourself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely.
Thanks. Okay,
Thank you.
Luz, I'm going to unmute or ask you to unmute Luz.
I think I did. Can you hear me?
I can. It said you had your hand up.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay. This is the first. You can't or you can?
I can. I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. So this is the first time doing this, so forgive me, I don't know how to use the thing, so
Oh,
I don't
that's
know when I
okay.
raise my hand.
We're all getting used to Zoom. I usually use something different. I usually use Messenger or through Google. But I thought I'd try Zoom because some people were having problems with it. So,
Oh, that's great.
anyway, yeah. So, do you have a certain area you want me to look into?
Um, is anybody? Does anybody want to talk to me?
Well, let me just see. I'm going to tune in
somebody
on your
that wants
energy.
Is there anybody that wants to tell me something?
Okay. Let me just open up my energy to you. Where are you from, Luz?
I'm from Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. I just talked to a DJ in Milwaukee. Yeah. Okay, let me just tune in here. Okay. So one of the things I'm picking up is, do you have some knee problems?
Yes.
Boy, am I feeling it. When I tune into somebody, a lot of times I can feel body pain or body issues, and I definitely feel some knee issues with you.
Yeah.
I also feel like watch your hip, watch your lower back. There's something going on there.
Okay.
Do you have a brother or is it a husband that's passed?
It's actually somebody closer than that.
Okay.
It is a male.
I do get a male, and he comes through very strongly, like he is your buddy, your pal, your peer, your best person. And he shows me that his passing was untimely. Is this correct?
Yes. Yes.
He makes me feel like it was unexpected, or he was here and he was gone. Does that make sense?
Very much so.
Okay. And he comes through, and I just get all choked up with him.
Yes, I know.
He's very spiritual. He very much understands life and understands the negative part of life and why bad things happen. And he understands that you have had a really rough time and that you have actually gone through some depression issues in the last year. Is that correct?
Severe.
Okay. And he's showing me that he's trying to help you from the other side. Kind of,
Oh my God.
yeah, he's really tried to come to you in dreams and tried to help you remember to like keep a schedule and not forget things and take care of yourself. Does that make sense?
Very much.
Okay. And he shows me that sorry, I'm just trying to get you on the screen. I don't know why I can't.
Oh, it's probably me. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's okay. We're all, oh, because your camera's off.
Oh, to tell you the truth, I don't know how to turn it on.
If you just scroll, you can see a camera and you can turn it on.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe
just kind of scroll over your screen.
um,
You know, he shows me somebody actually wrote about him. Does that make sense that he was written about? There we go. Now I can
I'm
see
sorry
it.
that he went. Oh yeah. Okay, here I am.
So,
I wrote about him. Yep.
I feel like somebody has written about him in the newspaper or in a magazine or something like that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So is this your son, Luz?
It is.
And he comes through like your equal. He says, she was not authoritative. She had no authority with me. I told her what to do half the time.
He told everybody what to do.
He's so funny because he just comes through and he shows me that he felt like you guys were pals, like equals. And I really have to say that my son is 31
Yes.
and we feel like buddies. Like when we go do things, it's not like I'm mom anymore. And that's what he shows me with you. That it's so important to let you know that he saw you as his equal and his best bud. Who's making noise? Hang on. Okay. Shannon, I'm going to have to mute you. Okay. So, Luz, he does take responsibility for the choices that led to his passing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And he shows me that he did not mean to cross over. That was never his intention.
I know.
Okay.
It was an accident.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But he still says he's responsible for the accident. So he knows this. He definitely comes to you more in the middle of the night. He's a night owl. So you're going to have more dreams about him. You're going to see
Yes,
orbs. Yes, he loves middle of the night. So,
Yes. He did.
but honest to God, he's okay on the other side. I promise you. I promise you. He comes to you with love and kindness. He kisses the top of your head. He says he respects you, even though he didn't always show it. He misses your cooking.
Of course he does.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, there was nobody who could cook like my mom. I'm going to tear up here. Holy cow. Yeah. He adores you. He has a grandfather energy with him. And he shows me that this is a man who is very protective of him. So just know that.
Okay.
Okay? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, honey. You take care. I'm going to have you mute yourself now. Do you know how to do that? You just hit the microphone. There.
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
I think I did.
I'll get it for you. Okay. Now, let's see. Who do we want to go to? Zoom is not that difficult. I was like really frustrated with it at first. Okay, Sarah May, our winner. I'm going to have you unmute.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, look at you with your big hair. I love it. I love it. I thought my hair was big today.
Yay.
Well, I was a hairdresser in the 80s, so I'll never get over big hair. Ever. Like, I love
my
80s hair.
so much.
Yes, yes. And the longer I let mine grow, the bigger it gets, because mine's naturally, like, curly. So it just
Mostly
keeps going.
Just the poopy veins.
I love it. Where are you from, Sarah?
Superior.
Okay. Awesome. I was
Way
just,
up north.
what's that?
Way up north.
It is way up north, and I don't get up that often. I want to go to Duluth. So at some point, if I go to Duluth, I've been to Duluth before, but I haven't spent much time in Superior. So, but I was just in Hastings, Minnesota, and that was pretty far north.
Oh,
Yeah. So, do you have an area that you want me to look in for you or take a look at?
yeah. Is there anybody that you can connect with?
I will
via
take a
media-
look. Let me,
mediumship for me.
yeah, let me just tune into you and see what I can feel here. Okay. So there's a couple men on the other side for you that I feel strongly. One shows me head, so I don't know if there was like a stroke or if there was dementia or something with the head. Does that make sense?
No, not really for me.
Okay, I would say this is 2 generations above. So when I look at this, it would be like grandfather generation.
Okay. I didn't know my paternal side of the family because I'm adopted very well at all. I would only
So-
know like my maternal grandfather.
That would make sense to me. Okay. Okay, let's go in the other direction. Now, do you have a male? Oh, you said you don't know paternal side, right?
No.
So is your father still here? Is father passed?
Pardon?
Is your father passed away?
Pardon? My biological father? Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I still have to go in that direction because he wants to come forward. It's so funny. I'm trying to steer the car in the other direction and he keeps pulling me back. Do you know what he passed from? Just don't tell me.
Sort of.
Okay.
Okay.
He comes through. He makes me feel like there was addiction issues with him. Does that make sense?
That there's what?
Addiction?
I can see that, yeah.
Okay. And I just feel like he shows me he didn't live a clean life. He lived kind of a rough life. And that he didn't make good choices.
I would agree with that 100%.
Okay. And he comes through and he shows me that he really does come forward to help you in this lifetime and get you where you need to be. Especially when you have car problems. He's like, I'm the car guy. Like, I am the guy who tells her, check the tires or there's something wrong here. Does that make sense?
No, but that's really cool.
Okay. He just makes me feel like he's the guy who makes sure you get there safely. So that's so funny. I feel like driving was a big part of his life as well. So for you to be driving,
Yep.
he is with you when you're driving and making sure you're safe. So he was a big driver.
Yeah, he was a police officer.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that would be why his safety and driving is his concern with you. That's so funny.
Interesting.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's interesting. I
Yeah.
think I only saw him a couple of times in my whole life. I did get to see him right before he passed. But even as an adult, he just didn't want that relationship. So this is very interesting for me.
Isn't that funny? I mean, even though he shows that he did not want that relationship, he's showing me that he is still very involved with you and very much a part of your life and watching over you. So, especially when it comes to transportation and getting from one place to the other and driving in the dark, like that is a big deal for him.
It's actually a big deal for me too. 2 weeks in a row, somebody's tried to break into my truck while I was at work. The last 2 weeks, it was like one time each week. And this past Tuesday, I was standing right there in the doorway, the back door of where I work, and it was just crazy. It just seems like I've been able to avoid that whole situation just like by the skin of my teeth.
That's him.
So
That's all him.
that's nuts.
He's not going to let anybody
Yeah.
do anything they shouldn't be doing. Wow.
Wow.
That is so cool. I'm
Yeah.
so glad. Well, thank you for being our guest today and joining us and coming in. I know it's probably not who you wanted to hear from, but it's who I picked up for you.
We don't get to we don't get to choose.
Not always. It's a little easier.
I get it.
It's a little easier when I'm in person and I can hold objects. But this way, I don't hold objects, so it's like whatever comes through, comes through. So it's a little more exercise for a girl who doesn't like to
Yeah.
exercise.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, honey.
Same. I hear you.
Okay, I'm going to have you mute yourself. Okay, now you get to hear my stomach go crazy. Susan Williams, turn on your camera and your mic. Or no, I did you. Never mind, never mind. Okay, Nicole. Nicole, turn on your mic. Sorry, if I don't write down who I'm reading, I will forget. Okay. Nicole, you're frozen? Are you there? Okay. Is there a delay?
See you move.
Are you on Wi-Fi or are you on data?
Which is fine. I
I don't know. It feels like there's something wrong with your connection because I'm just getting bits and
No.
pieces of what you're saying.
Oh, there shouldn't be. Is that any better?
It feels a little bit better. Yeah, I was just getting like a little blurb here and a blurb there. Okay, I can see you, I can hear you. So, what are you looking for
I
today?
can't see you.
You can't see me?
I'm open. The other side might be. You're frozen. That's what I was saying earlier. Your
Oh,
video is frozen.
hmm. I don't.
I'm kind of open. My other side might be a little bit of a mess.
Okay. It looks like the video is not frozen on Facebook Live. So, on my end, it's not frozen. Okay. Well, let me just tune into you here and see what I can feel. Oh my gosh, there is a big dog jumping around you from the other side. And I don't usually get dogs, but this feels like a hairy, kind of fluffy, big dog. Does that make sense at all? This is big. It almost looks like a collie or long hair like that.
Kind of.
It might even be, I'm really bad with breeds. It might even be German Shepherd, but it's long hair. Um, and it just kind of bounces around you. It's very excited, very much excited to protect you and be around you. Um, okay. So much of the same stuff is coming through. I get a male, I feel like he's in your generation and he talks about camping and being outside. And I want to say he passed very quickly without warning. I want to say he might be a little bit older than you, but not a whole generation. But this camping thing is huge. Does this make sense at all?
I think so.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to ask where you're from. Where are you from?
Germantown, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. Okay. So anyway, this guy comes forward. He talks about camping and wildlife and having like wildlife decor in his home. And you know how like some people have like eagles and like the eagle light. He's actually showing me, on a fan or a light switch, there's like a flying eagle that you pull. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What am I doing? I was this psychic readings.
Hang on, Luz. I'm gonna have to mute you.
I do. I'm just. I do. I'm just not
Okay.
placing it exactly.
Anyway, he comes forward. He shows me his feet too. He said something about his feet or having foot problems or not getting to do the outdoor things that he wanted to do because of his feet. So I don't know what that means. But I do feel like hunting season was big for him and outdoor things. And he talks about, the great outdoors kind of stuff. Um, I, oh, this is interesting. Are you divorced or remarried?
I'm divorced.
Okay. Does this have to do with former family? Oh, no, I can't hear
I
you.
wouldn't imagine so.
Well, sometimes former family comes in, like father-in-laws and things like that. Even though you have no connection to them, they're showing us that they still have a connection to you. And I do feel like this is something to do with former family. So,
I wasn't married very long, so I don't know.
okay, okay. We have such a weird delay here. You like have no sound when you first start talking, and then it comes in. Um, anyway, yeah, that's who I'm picking up for you. I also pick up this dog that runs around, and I feel like that is connected to that family as well. Does that make sense?
I don't know.
As far as I'm just trying to think here. I also have a female who's showing me laundry. Towels especially. She's folding towels on the other side, folding washcloths. Laundry is a big deal for her. She loves the smell. She likes to finish it. It's she's very mom energy to me. Just likes to get a job done. I feel like there's just piles of laundry all over the place on the other side because she really enjoyed finishing things. Um, and she comes forward. Is mom gone for you?
Mom is not, no.
Okay. Then this has got to be like grandmother energy. I don't know. Sometimes when our connection here is not strong, like when I have this delay and like there's issues like this, it's not going to connect as strong from the other side as well. So, yeah, if anybody else is having problems, get on your Wi-Fi rather than data, if you can. Um, but yeah, I got this woman and she talks about laundry and the smell of like fabric softener and things like that. Um, and she makes me feel like she passed in her sleep. So I would say she was older. And she shows me like the guiding light in old soap operas. So yeah. And I feel like that's connected to mom's side of the family. Does that make sense?
Kind of. My grandma passed not that long ago.
Okay. Um, she's not showing me much more than that. I mean, did she pass in her sleep or very peacefully or on a lot of medication?
I don't know. I wasn't allowed to talk to her the last 5 years of her life.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
that could very well be why she's coming through for you now. So just know that. Okay, think about the dog thing because that dog is strong around you. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, my tummy is making noise. Okay, Lori, unmute for me. Lori Katz.
Hello.
Hi, Lori. Where are you
You're
from?
also frozen for me, but
Hmm.
that's okay though.
So where are you from?
I'm from Woodbury, Minnesota.
Oh,
I saw you
you saw me a year ago.
about a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, sitting right in front of you.
That was fun. I tried to do a show at Spiral Brewery in Hastings, but I just couldn't sell tickets with COVID and I just gave up. So, but I just left Hastings yesterday. I was just up there and there's a coffee shop that I can
Wish
see.
I'd known.
Yeah, because I can see clients at the coffee shop there. So, yeah, anytime you want to see me in person in Hastings, let me know because I can just make an appointment at the coffee shop and rent the room. So,
Sounds great.
yeah, absolutely. Um, and my daughter lives there, so I'm up there as often as possible. So, I try to get up there at least once a month to see her. So, let me just tune into you, Lori, and see what we can figure out here. Okay. Do you have some stomach issues or digestive issues?
Yes.
Okay, I'm definitely picking that up as I tune into you. Um, I is mom on the other side for you? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I definitely get mom coming forward. Oh, is she with a younger gentleman as well? Do you have a brother who's passed, or is there a nephew or a cousin or someone?
Um, no.
She shows me a young man with her, or a younger
My
man.
uncle was quite a young man. Okay.
Yeah. She definitely is mom to
Did you get
every.
a name for him at all?
Not yet. Hang on. She just kind of shows me arm around this younger man. And just shows me that she's gonna take care of him on the other side. Like she's momming him. You know, she's doing what she can do on the other side with him. Um, she's very, very kind in her energy. I do feel like she's showing me she could not speak at the end of her life. Does that make sense?
That you broke up a little. That what had the end of her life?
She could not speak at the end of her life. Does that make sense?
Just before. Yeah.
Okay. That was very frustrating for her. She shows me she was very frustrated with that. She shows me that relatives actually came for her. She got to see relatives right before she passed, and she could not tell you guys that she was seeing like people that she knew and cared about, her parents and such. And she just shows me that she was at peace and she knows she was loved. Did she have a lot of junk to get rid of?
Yeah.
She shows me a lot of kitschy little
He
things.
was in the same house for yeah.
And she just shows me that there was a lot of things that she thought were important that really weren't important, and it was okay for you guys to get rid of them. But it's a lot of kitschy little stuff, just dumb little things that she had, and she's like, that wasn't important. And she almost wishes she would have taken care of that before she passed, but she says that's okay.
Okay.
Um, do you have a brother who's living?
I have brothers-in-law. I don't have a brother.
Okay. She is worried about somebody who's going in for surgery. There's a man who will be going in for surgery, and she says she will assign herself to him so that he is not alone in surgery. Does that make sense?
It's possible that one of my brother-in-laws is, and I don't know. But
Okay. Well, when you
I don't
hear
know
that
about right
somebody
now. I'll
is,
check it out.
yeah, when you hear somebody's going in for surgery, let them know that mom's assigning herself to them. She also mentions like Louise or Llewellyn, or there's some L name that she's giving me. I feel like she's telling me she's with her.
Luann.
Quite possibly is Luann on the other side.
That was a friend of hers. That would be on the other side.
Okay. Okay, that would make sense because it almost sounds like Llewellyn or Lou. It's Lou something. And so she's with Lou on the other side.
Okay.
And she says you can smell her at times and that is her. So when you have that moment of, feeling like, oh, I just smelled mom, that's her.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it a good smell or a bad smell?
It's a familiar smell. Yeah, it's a familiar smell. So just know when you get that, you'll be like, ah. Sometimes I get the smell of like onions and butter. Like when you first walk in the house and it smells like somebody's, cooking with like onions and butter and celery and carrots. You know that. I can't remember what it's called. What do they call that? The Holy Trinity?
Don't know.
I think it's an old cooking term, and they call that the Holy Trinity. And I'll walk in,
Okay.
and I'll think I smell that, but I don't. Like, it's not in the house, So, yeah. So just keep that in mind. Okay, Lori, let the brother-in-law or whoever this is know that they won't be alone for this surgery. It's not a bad surgery, but I'm not going to say it's an easy surgery either. It's not like having carpal tunnel or something done. It could be like a 4-hour surgery, and Mom shows me that she'll be with them during this. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, honey. I'm gonna
Thank you.
I'm gonna put you on mute. Okay. Jocelyn, I'm gonna have you unmute. Did I say that right, Jocelyn?
Yeah, it's Jocelyn.
Well, it can be so many different things. Jocelyn, Jocelyn. So kind of like my name. Where are you from?
Right, pretty much. I'm from Whitewater, Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh, I love Whitewater. I used to do shows in Whitewater when I was on the road. So have I seen you at all before?
No, this is my first time.
Okay, a virgin. So let me just kind of tune into your energy and see what I can feel with you. So yeah, I used to do shows at the brewery, the what was it, 841 or something down there?
Yeah, it used to be Randy's. Now it's 841 Main Street.
Yeah.
And then we have a second one now called Second in Salem.
I've been there too, but they don't have room for gatherings, I don't think. So let me just tune
Yeah,
in.
not as much, for sure.
Yeah, let me just tune into your energy here. Oh, you are way too hard on yourself. I'm going to tell you this right now. That you like set sometimes ridiculous goals for yourself and then you get frustrated, and I get that you want everything to be perfect, and you just work and work and work and work to make things good, and you get really frustrated when you can't fix something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Are
100%.
you trying to get pregnant?
No, definitely not.
Okay. I feel like there's something you're trying to do with your health and you're getting very frustrated about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like just don't get so frustrated. Just let things marinate for a while. And you know how that is when you get so overly focused on something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is anyone coming through?
Hang
Because
on.
I had a lot of people died recently.
Okay. Let me get to. I usually focus in on you first. And then we kind of open the door to the other side. Okay.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm jotting stuff down while we're talking. I have an older woman who is just hugs and big bear bosom love energy. She's like a big bear. She's just like wants to pull you in and give you a bear hug, and you kind of suffocate in her boobs. I don't know how else to explain it. She's just so overly like loving. Does this make sense?
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I feel like I smell Aquanet. I feel like her hair has to be done. And I feel like there's an Aquanet or hairspray smell about her. I'm a former hairdresser, so those smells come to me. Can't help it. She might even be telling me about she might have done hair at one time. I'm not sure. She's just like if she has something to say, it comes out of her mouth. I feel like she's either a great aunt or a grandmother. And she is eating pie.
Okay.
And she talks about going to the restaurant and having pie and coffee, pie and coffee, pie and coffee. I feel like there was a regular meeting at the restaurant. Does this make sense?
I don't know, because the first person when you described the bear hugs, I thought of my grandma, one of my grandmas that passed. And she had a whole cabinet of cupcakes, Twinkies, pies, but I don't know if she ever went other places and had coffee and pie, but we always did at her house for every occasion.
Oh, that could be why she's talking about pie. I just feel like she loved her baked goods, but I also feel like she shouldn't have ate them. Like there was a diabetes or an issue with blood sugar. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And she's just kind of like, sit down, honey. Let me give you some Oreos and we'll talk about it. Like, just that kind of a grandma.
Yeah.
And her husband had passed long before her?
No, she was the first one to go.
I think I'm getting,
Like my grandparents.
yeah, I'm getting two people in at once, I think, too. Was Grandpa her first husband?
Yeah, as far as I know, she only had one husband.
Okay. Then she lost a brother or something because she's correcting me. She's telling me that there was a male who passed long before her.
Okay.
So she's definitely like she knows her shit. Like she is not messing with me. And she wants me to get it right for you. And I feel like she's with a pet that she called Snowball. Or someone called Snowball.
Okay.
Was there like a little white cat or...
My dad had a cat, Snowball, but I thought it was after he moved out of her house.
So she's with Snowball.
She could have had a Snowball before I was born. I don't know.
Isn't that funny? Is your dad still here?
Yes.
Okay. And he was the one who had Snowball.
Him or my mom, I think before I was born, my parents had a cat named Snowball together. I know I've seen pictures of a white cat
Okay.
named
Well,
Snowball.
she's got Snowball. How crazy is that?
Okay.
And she just comes forward, lets me know that she's like your main person on the other side. And she says, don't ever let anyone take away your independence and make your own money and keep your own money. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, and she says we still get to go out on the... Okay. She says we still get to go do the boat here. So I don't know if there was a boating thing with her or what this is. Did they have a boat?
No, my grandparents on the other side always had boats. Like my maternal grandparents had boats, but the grandma you've been describing with the diabetes and the pie is my paternal.
Okay.
grandmother.
I feel like the other ones are coming in as well, and they're on the boat all the time on the lake or the river. So,
Okay.
yeah. And it's a big deal because he's just like, he loves the boat, is what he shows me. But I also feel like Grandma was good with the boat too. There were times where she had to back it up or she had to launch the boat. Does that make sense? Or drive the boat?
No.
Did she drive it?
No, I don't think my grandma could swim. She used to sit with her feet in the pool. She wouldn't even get in the pool.
Oh my God. He's talking about she was good with the boat, so I don't know what that means. Maybe she's backing it up and launching it on the other side. Isn't that funny? So, too funny. Yeah, that's your other side team for today that's coming through. So, too funny. Well, I'm not far from Whitewater. If you ever want an in-person reading, I'm only like half an hour away. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
Okay, Tammy Shaner.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You're not driving, are you?
No.
Okay.
I'm just sitting in my car.
Well, I get scared if people are driving. I don't want to be responsible for accidents. So, Tammy, where are you from?
No, I'm just sitting here in my car.
Where are you from?
Pennsylvania.
Pardon me?
Pennsylvania.
Awesome.
I'm from Pennsylvania.
Awesome. Okay, so do you have an area that you want me to look at for you today?
Mediumship, if you could.
Okay, well, let me just tune into you and see what I can feel. Okay. Okay. So I have a woman who comes through who talks about smoking. And I feel like there was a big love of smoking for her. Does this make sense?
It could have been my sister.
She just makes me feel like she was never going to give it up. Does that make sense?
Not really.
Your old is this older sister for you?
Yeah.
Okay. And did she have some cancer issues?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
She was adopted whenever I was younger.
Okay, this actually feels like a much older person who talks about smoking. So I don't know if this was like an aunt or a grandmother or who this is, because she shows me leg issues or not being able to walk at times or having leg problems. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. My husband's Aunt Martha.
Okay. And so her legs would swell up and get really big, and she had problems with her legs being really heavy.
Yeah.
That's what she's showing me. And she was also a smoker, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because she's like, she wasn't giving up those damn cigarettes for anything. And she makes me feel like no matter how bad her legs hurt or how bad things were, she'd still go have a cigarette when she wanted to. So she was really stubborn, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And in the end, her passing was because she was so stubborn and did not take care of herself, correct?
Yes.
And she comes through and says, we come from a long line of stubborn people and they're going to just keep going. So just know that. She also talks about family surprises or people finding things out about the family that they did not know and secrets that were kept. So I feel like somebody either did DNA or found out about another link on the family tree that they did not know was there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And she's like winking at me going, yeah, well, you know, we all kept our secrets. So she's just saying that she knows about this link or knows that this link was found.
Okay.
Do you also have a father figure on the other side?
My grandfather.
Okay. Who went skydiving?
My grandfather.
Okay. He's showing me skydiving. So he literally went skydiving? Are you kidding?
I'm not sure about that.
Did somebody in the family recently skydive, or was it on Facebook? Was there a video?
Mm, no,
Okay.
not that I know of.
He brings up somebody skydiving, and he's laughing because the skin, you know how when you skydive, your skin just goes like this in the video. He comes forward as well. He doesn't have much to say. He just shows me he's happy on the other side. You said your sister has passed also, correct?
Yes.
My head hurts with her about her passing. Was there head injury, or was there like some drugs involved or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. My head hurts with her. She makes me feel like she was angry for a large part of her life. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. And she shows me she was angry and she felt, I don't know how to explain this except to say that she makes me feel like she did not get what she deserved and that she really was angry about this for a long time. I don't know. She shows me that you meant a lot to her and that she cared about you a lot, and it was hard for her to care about people. So you hold a special place in her heart. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's definitely there for you. So, yeah. She'll come to you in dreams, but she says you don't sleep. You don't get good sleep.
No.
Yeah. Start going to bed at the same time every night. Do some aromatherapy. Listen to some meditation music. You'll remember your dreams better. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna put you on mute. Thank you so much, Tammy. Okay, Susie, unmute.
I'm here.
Hi, Susie. How are you?
Hello there.
We got a dog
Good.
barking.
I was just down in Clinton, down at your neck of the woods. I was getting a tooth work done down at my dentist down there.
Oh, your dentist is downtown Clinton? That's
Yes, I had surgery a couple times. This tooth has been bothering me so much in Clinton.
well, you're right down the road from me. Where are you from?
I'm from Argyle, Wisconsin.
Oh, Argyle. So, yeah, I used to camp over there at Yellowstone, and I've been to all of the Argyle bars. And I believe I went to a fish boil or something like at the park where there was a line of people with paper plates. Like this has been 30 years ago. But was there like, do they do this every year in Argyle with like a fish boil?
Yeah, it's called the Fish Fry, and they've done it for years and years and helps raise money, and it brings hundreds and hundreds of people to the area. So it's a really good fundraiser.
It was unbelievable. Like we stood in line like around the block to get our fish. I remember that. And it was really fun. So, yes. And I've drank in many of the Argyle bars.
You ever been to the Norseman Supper Club?
I
I
have.
used to own the Norseman a long time ago.
I haven't been there in probably 25 years, but yes.
Bar.
That's crazy. Isn't that funny? Yeah, it's right on the corner, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, I've been there. So, what are you looking for today in your reading, Susie?
Take a look at my health with my tooth. Like I said, I've had about 3 surgeries on it. I'm just worried that it's not even healed yet. And then I'm just pretty much open to anything, general, career, relationship, you name it.
Okay. Well, let me just kind of tune in on you. Okay. Oh, that tooth is still going to give you a little bit of problem. I don't know that it's completely healed. So I feel like there could be one more issue with it. That's crazy. Okay. And we'll get into career in a minute. I have a woman coming through who's cross stitching on the other side. She's showing me like cross stitch or what's that called? Needlepoint, something like that. I feel like some of her stuff still exists. She says she wasn't a typical old lady. She was funny as shit. Like she could be naughty, is what she shows me. Does this make sense? Sassy.
Not really, but maybe.
She shows me she was sassy and funny. I don't know. She's kind of fun. But I feel like her needlepoint or her cross stitch stuff is still here. I don't know if she was all that old either. She just makes me feel like she behaved well in front of people, but behind like the scenes, she could be like a little dirty and a little saucy, is what she shows me. I know. I feel like she could tell a dirty joke. I don't know. She just comes forward for you. She doesn't have much to say. She just kind of comes forward and says that you come by it naturally, that your sauciness comes from her, your sassiness comes from her. I almost feel like there's a very inappropriate picture of her, like a shower or bridal shower or something where she's holding something, and it's a funny picture. And when I say holding something, you know what I'm saying, right? Like it's a bridal shower or a... Yeah, yeah. Oh, career change. Holy cow. So I'm throwing some cards down on you. I'm getting total career change, birth of something new. It's about time you did something independently and for you. Does this make sense?
Sure.
Are you thinking about going into business for yourself?
No, right now I'm teaching. I teach elementary kids.
Okay. It's interesting because I'm seeing birth of something new. So I feel like there's going to be a major change. I actually get, so these three cards tell me ending of something right now. It's the death card. But you also have the Empress, so it's birth of something new and looking into the future at something that is coming up for you. So it's like keep your options open. You will always work with children. I get that children are important to you, and you'll always work with children. You'll always have stable money coming in. But there is birth of something new. So I don't know if you're ready to make a change or what's happening, but there is something that will change for you. And it looks good. So I'm really not worried about it. It feels like it's profitable and it's stable. So how long have you been at the place you're at?
1997.
That's a long time. So I don't know what, I mean, I feel like teaching is going to change. Just the fact that we can now teach online and we can see how can I say this? We can see that kids can learn differently. I think the education system in the next 5 to 10 years is going to really make some big changes. That we're going to do things differently. You could end up in, how can I say this? Being an integral part of that program of how things change for people and doing things differently. So just know that. Okay. So yeah, you're close to Blanchardville too, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I used to do readings at the Pecatonica Grapevine, so I have not been there since she closed.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was a fun place to go. Okay, honey, I'm gonna put you on mute, and we're gonna move forward here. But thank you. Oh, there we go. Okay, Adrian, unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, honey. Where are you from?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
From the northwest suburbs of Chicago, but I currently reside in Tennessee.
Oh my gosh, where in Tennessee?
I am in Gates, Tennessee, so it's West Tennessee. We're about an hour outside of Jackson.
Okay, I was just down in Dixon area not long ago.
Okay. Yeah, my parents live in Pingree Grove, Illinois, so we just left Pingree Grove and
Oh my gosh, we have quite the delay here. Yeah, it's beautiful down in Tennessee. So, Adrian, are you looking at having me do some mediumship for you, or are you looking at more like getting some answers?
maybe a little bit of both. Mediumship, definitely.
Okay.
There were a couple things in regards to answers that, whatever you have for me.
Well, let me just kind of tune into you and see what I can feel. We have a little bit of a connection delay, so I'm not sure what's going on, and so bear with me on this. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I have a chatterbug female on the other side. She's just like, and I just feel like she just talks and talks and talks and talks and talks and talks. I feel like the phone was a big deal for her. She's showing me the old-fashioned phone with the dial on the wall, like picking it up and just like dialing really fast. I feel like she talked to her friends all day long on the phone. And I'm going to say the name Shirley connects somehow to her. Does this make sense? She talks about Shirley.
I'm not familiar with the Shirley. I do not know my biological father's side of the family. So I don't know. Yeah, Shirley does not ring a bell for me.
Okay. I mean, she comes forward and tells me she's with Shirley, but I feel like talk. What else am I getting? I also get a male in your generation who comes forward. He shows me, I almost feel like vehicle-related accident. Does this make sense?
No. My generation.
Yeah, he feels like he's in your generation, so not much older than you, not much younger than you. He brings up the name Doug. I'm hearing the name Doug with this, and I don't think this is a vehicle that you're understanding. I feel when I say vehicle, that can be snowmobile, it can be ATV, it can be boat, it can be motorcycle. I feel air on his face, so he was outside. So this could be ATV, motorcycle. And he's connected to somebody named Doug. Did you break a guy's heart? Did you go with the guy for a long time and then kind of break up right before the wedding? Or right before it was supposed to get serious?
I am divorced. I was previously married.
I feel like this is connected to a former...
You know what? I did have a former fiance.
That's what I'm being shown, and this is connected to him.
Okay.
Yeah. His name wasn't Doug, was it? Okay. Anyway, this guy comes through and shows me that he's connected to that point in your life. But I do feel like it's a motorcycle. I just get like this motorcycle energy. I feel air on my face. I get some airborne energy there. So, yeah. Okay. Now you said you had some questions for me?
Yeah, I just health wise and my daughter.
Okay.
I'm concerned
Health-
about my daughter.
I mean, health-wise for you, there's nothing I'm too worried about. I feel like anything happening can be managed. So I don't get anything that worries me really badly. Um, like anything that happens health-wise, I feel like can be managed by medication or lifestyle change. So that's easy.
Okay.
So I don't get big surprises that you can't manage. Put it that way. How old is your daughter?
Okay. She just turned 22.
Okay. Oh, I just heard the word lots of luck. Like she has a lot of luck around her. Things will fall into her lap. She will be able to manifest whatever she needs. So I feel like things are good for her. She may be the one who has a hard time getting pregnant when she's ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I just get that at that point, you may find that
Okay.
she struggles with that. Okay? But for the most part, she's okay. Yeah, don't worry. Independent, Spitfire, strong,
Okay.
good. Okay? Okay, Adrian.
Perfect.
Thank you. Okay. Patty, unmute.
Hello,
Hi, Patty. Where are you from?
Monticello.
Okay. I've done some parties in Monticello, and I think I did something in Attica. Isn't that close to you?
Fairly.
Yeah, yeah. So, have I seen you before? Have I read for you before?
We met at the women's wellness retreat.
Oh, in Madison. I know. I just talked to
Yep.
Jolene from the radio station, and obviously this year we're not going to be able to do it. And I was so looking forward to it. But I'm trying to talk to her.
So sad. That was.
I know, it was amazing. That was such a fun day and night. I'm talking to her about maybe doing a virtual retreat. So I made a suggestion where we could have somebody who does meditation on Zoom, somebody who does yoga on Zoom. I could do this on Zoom. Like we talked about maybe doing a virtual weekend where people can pick and choose what events they want to go to on Zoom. So I'm hoping,
That would be great.
wouldn't it be fun? I mean, and if anybody's in need of self-care at this point, we all definitely are. So anyway, yeah. But, 2021 retreat. Fingers crossed. So, you're interested in some mediumship?
Yes.
Okay, well, let me just tune into you. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I gotta show you guys. Oh, he just crawled down. I have a squirrel that was hanging upside down on my bird feeder. And I couldn't even concentrate for a minute. And Ken came
It's
over and
funny because we play with the squirrels in our house.
oh my God, yeah, the squirrel was like totally upside down on the bird feeder. It was making me laugh. Oh, here he is. He's coming back up. Hang on, I'm going to show you guys. Can you see him?
No, your screen is frozen for me.
Oh, darn it. Well, anyway, no, Ken just ran out to chase them off. Okay, let me tune in on your energy. Okay, so I got a guy showing me drinking a mug of beer on the other side.
A beer?
Yeah, like in a cold mug. Um, and he smells like, so this is an older gentleman because he has the stuff in his hair, the pomade that old men used to put in their hair. What's that called? It stinks. Oh, it doesn't smell so bad the first day, but then if they don't wash their hair for like 3 days, it just smells like icky. And he's got that, what was that called that the old men put in their hair? I can't remember.
I think pomade.
Yeah, there was a name for it though. I can't think of it. Anyway, he comes forward.
Vitalis, maybe?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Anyway, he comes forward and he's so funny. He just kind of clicks with his teeth. Like, I don't know if he has dentures and I hear like this clicking noise. He talks about the month of August as having meaning. Does that make sense?
No?
He makes me feel like somebody's birthday is in August or there's something important in August. Did you have a step grandpa?
Yes. Alden.
Does this describe him?
It kind of does.
Okay, because he talks about step, and he's like, "I'm the step guy." Like I have fun, and he makes me feel like he was humorous and goofy and silly. Does that make sense?
Yeah. He always used to tell us he got the monkeys at the zoo, and I think he actually was a janitor for Goodman's Jewelers.
Okay.
So I'm not sure about the monkeys.
Oh, how funny.
Joked around a lot.
Was he a beer drinker?
Probably earlier in his life,
Okay.
but
Well, he definitely has beer on the other side.
not as I knew him.
Well, he shows me beer on the other side, so he's definitely having fun. Let me see. Who else wants to come forward for you? Feel like there's a woman on the other side telling you to get a cat. She wants you to have a cat. Do you have cats now?
I have 2 cats, and my husband just was going to shut down the computer just now. He doesn't want me to have another cat.
There's another cat waiting for you on the other side. You've been wanting one, right?
I actually want a dog.
Interesting. I'm being shown a cat. Sorry, hubby. But there's another cat coming, whether you want it or not. It's like orange and white tabby, male.
We have feral cats outside that I feed, and there's 2 orange ones and a tiger cat with white paws.
One of those cats is coming in. Hate to tell you.
What's that?
I said one of those cats is going to make its way in the house and be part of the family.
My husband's giving me the side eye.
I know. So your husband, does he have a close friend or a brother who's passed?
Yes.
Okay, because as you're bringing him up, this guy is like jumping around from the other side. And he makes me feel like he passed very quickly, without warning, and that he takes some responsibility for his passing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And this guy, like, how can I say this? You know, when I use the term attention deficit, that doesn't even begin to cover how much attention deficit this guy had.
What do you think? Yeah.
He just couldn't
He
be.
was very energetic, and he
That-
it involved everybody in everything.
Yeah.
He was like the glue that brought people together.
He talks about your husband as being the anchor or the rock or the person who you could always depend on and count on, and that was always there for him, and that he would get sidetracked and he would go a million miles an hour and wouldn't always like stay focused, but your husband would pull him in and get him back focused. Does that make sense?
That's funny. Yeah, they were kind of I don't know, a little. They'd get themselves into trouble,
Oh yeah.
like fun trouble, and Jim would be the one that would find the way out.
Absolutely, and what one wouldn't think of, the other would do. So I just feel like they played off each other's energy. But your husband was still the one with the common sense and the grounding energy, he says. So I feel like they could have gotten so much more trouble had it not been for your husband, like, putting his foot down at different times. He also,
It's hard to see because together they were more like, hold my beer and watch this.
oh, how funny. He brings up a BR name like Brad or Brian or Bruce or something like that. Does that connect at all?
No.
Okay. I feel like he's with this person on the other side, so just know that. I don't know. He just tells me that your husband helped keep them focused and safe at times. So I feel like he's just giving him credit. And he says thank you to your husband. And that's huge.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think he appreciates it.
absolutely. He's handing him a cat, too. So just... He says, there you go.
Giving you a cat.
One more thing he wants to tell your husband is there will be more land, or you will acquire the land that you want, but not right now. So just know that this will happen.
Interesting.
Is that something you guys are working on?
No, but did I tell her about the check? The guys have a shack, a hunting shack, that there's a number of them that own shares in it, and Jim always wanted to buy a share in it, but he never got the opportunity to. So
That could be the land.
Yeah.
He's saying he will acquire land. So just know that. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thanks so much, Patty. I'm gonna put you on
Thank you.
I'm gonna put you on mute. Okay, Shannon. Open up. Shannon Moran. I'm gonna ask you to unmute. Hello, Shannon.
Hello? Jana?
Yeah, I can't quite see you.
I'm sorry, I just have to tell you one thing. Can you hear me?
Oh, hang on. Patty, yeah?
I'm just shocked that the next person that you picked was Shannon, because that's his name, the one that passed.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay.
I just thought you'd want to know.
Thank you, honey. That's just his way of saying, see, it was me. Okay, Shannon, go ahead and unmute for me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, I can't see you.
Okay.
Is your camera on?
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Well, just where you unmuted, there's also a video camera. Can you see it?
Okay. No.
Okay. Well, let me just tune into your energy, Shannon. Are you hoping to look at the other side and get a message from the other side?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am.
Well, let me just tune in. Where are you from, Shannon?
Whitewater.
I love Whitewater. Have I seen you there?
No, I'm a first for you.
You're another virgin. I'm full of virgins today. Yeah, I used to do readings at 841, the restaurant over there. Well, let me tune into you and see what I can feel. Ooh, does your back hurt?
Always.
Yeah, I'm getting back pain with you, and it's different than I threw my back out yesterday in the morning, and it's different than my back pain. So it's kind of funny because I'm definitely picking it up. Okay, Shannon. Male in your generation that's passed. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Um, he's telling you to get something to eat. Are you hungry?
Very.
Yeah. My stomach is actually growling for you. He's telling you to get something to eat. He's like, go have some dinner. Go eat. He comes through. Oh, he's showing me money. Why is he showing me money? You're about to.
It's a bad story, but
Okay.
okay.
But you have money coming to you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what he's showing me. It's so interesting because he's like, just know that this is coming to you. It's important for you to know.
Okay.
He has a lot of humor. He does not want to talk about the way he passed. He says it's unimportant to talk about. Now, was he a fisherman? Did he fish a lot?
Yeah.
He's fishing on the other side. He shows me that he wants you to know he's fishing on the other side. He's at peace. Are there two women fighting about him?
Yep.
Okay. And he takes responsibility. He says this is his own fault. Does that make sense?
I guess, yeah.
I'm sorry, honey.
You were just nailing it.
He just says that he takes responsibility for this and that he knows he could have done something more so that the fight wouldn't have happened, so that people wouldn't be worried or angry or pissed off about what he did or did not do. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
He says that you have doubted feeling his energy and that he's tried to come to you and you've been like, that wasn't really a sign.
Yeah, I have done that.
Okay. So he wants you to know that he really is with
Several
you.
times.
Yes. So did you just buy socks?
By what? Yes.
He's showing me that you are like pulling the tags off new socks and pulling the stickers off them and putting socks away. And he's like, you needed new socks. Oops, are you there, hon?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. So you just bought new socks, right?
Okay. Yes, I did.
And he's just laughing. He's like, if I wasn't watching over you, how would I know you just bought new socks?
Oh my God.
I know. I know. It's such a like
Okay,
random thing, but it's his way of saying this is me.
So anyway, like these two women fighting is a serious situation.
Mm-hmm.
Will that get better?
I don't think so. I'm sorry.
Oh damn.
I know.
It's okay.
I know. He says it probably won't get better. There's anger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lots of it.
Yep. Okay, well, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate you coming in. I'm not that far from you if you ever want an in-person reading.
Oh my God, I'm gonna. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Yeah, I got openings this week. Message me. Okay, I'm going to put you on mute.
I will do that.
Okay, thank you. Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay, Kayla Olson, unmute. Hi, Kayla. Have I read for you before?
You have, little over a year ago in Clinton.
Okay, where are you from?
Clinton.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I rarely get people from Clinton in my office, and I am located in Clinton. So, but it's so rare that I ever see hometowners come see me. It's always people from out of town. So, what can I do for you, honey?
Another meeting with you. Today I would just like to know about future decisions that I have coming up, and maybe about my family.
Okay.
See if anything's going on with them. Possibly anyone else comes through.
Okay. Well, let me take a look here and see. I'm going to tune in on your energy.
Okay.
Again, I'm just tuning in here. Oh, I get dental work for you. Have you had your wisdom teeth out?
I just got them out like maybe 6 months ago. And it
Oh,
was terrible.
interesting. Well, I get more dental work coming through. Hey, honey, can you turn on those two lights for me?
Yes, I have an appointment coming up today.
Okay. And are you in the medical field?
I was previously. I had to stop because of COVID. But I am going to school for medical assisting.
Okay, because I see you working in the medical field. Thank you. And I feel like that's important for you, that it's kind of like one of the gifts you have to give to the world is working in the medical field. So I feel good about that. And I feel like you will get through school and you will get back to work and everything will be fine. A little bit of depression with you at times that you have to gain control of. I just feel like stay on a routine, get up at the same time every day, do what you got to do every single day. Okay? The minute you start sitting around in pajamas, depression will come. Does that make sense?
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I love a self-care day of pajamas all day and movies and soft pillows and soft blankets. But if you do that too much, you can kind of fall into a weird pit. I don't know, everything's moving really fast for you from here on in. So I feel like you can make anything happen. You're going to make money. I'm not worried. You'll own your own house earlier than a lot of people too. So I feel, are you buying a house now or have you bought a house?
No, I'm actually looking at buying a house after I graduate
Okay.
college.
You'll
That's
get
very
it
funny.
really quickly. Yeah.
I love that a lot.
Yeah. So I get you making your own stability. You're
Okay.
gonna be fine. There, I'm not worried about anything with you. I am, however, I mean, you're not married now, are you?
No,
And is there a boyfriend?
no.
I get that your family might not like who you choose, or might not like him right away. Um,
That makes sense.
okay. But they'll eventually see what you see. So I just get that they're just kind of like, oh my God. But eventually they will see what you see in the person that you choose. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, I feel like if you choose character in a person, you can't go wrong. So always look for character first.
I'm.
Okay, honey. Any other questions?
I was actually wondering if anyone on the other side was coming through for you.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Do you have a relative who passed, a male who actually climbed telephone poles or did something with line work?
Oh my gosh. My grandfather, yes, he was an electrician. I'm not sure if he climbed telephone poles. I would assume so, but yes.
He shows me line work and
my
electricity and yeah. So he comes forward and he talks about handing you a little black dog. This is interesting because you don't have a dog, do you?
I do not. I have 2 cats.
Okay, he's showing me handing you this little black puppy, and he's just laughing because he's like, you deserve this puppy." So when the time is right after you buy that house, you're gonna get a little black dog, and it's from the lineman, the guy who worked with the wires and the electricity.
Okay, that makes sense. I've been wanting to buy a Great Dane after I bought a house.
Oh,
So
you aren't messing around with little ones. You're going for the big.
Yes.
Interesting. Are you looking to buy a house in
I don't
Clinton?
know if you're able. No, actually, that was something else I was kind of wanting to see. I'm currently in school in Janesville, and I'm stuck in a position where I have a job that has been offered to me out a suburb of Madison, Sun Prairie, but I'm not sure I want to be there. I can't find something I can afford there, so I'm wondering if that'll work out or if I should move more up north in Wisconsin to just.
Okay, look in Windsor
I
for a
can find a
house
job
or
there.
an apartment. Don't look in Sun Prairie. Sun Prairie's expensive, but it's so wonderful. But get a house or an apartment in Windsor.
Okay.
Okay, DeForest, Windsor, any of those areas is going to be cheaper rent.
Okay.
Okay?
My last question is if you could pick up on my grandma at all. She is, we just found out that she has COVID and she is in a nursing home, and we're just wondering what we can do or what's going to happen with her.
I don't know. I get good odds with her. I feel pretty good about it. So just make sure she has plenty of, I've been telling everyone take Airborne and, those kind of things to boost up your immune system with. Okay? Okay, honey, I got to move to the next one because we're way behind time here. So thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, Janice, unmute. Janice?
Okay, there I am.
Hi. Where are you from?
Hi. 6.
Sussex?
By Pewaukee. Yeah.
Yes.
By Pewaukee.
Yes. Waukesha, right? Not far from Waukesha?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, have I ever seen you in Waukesha?
Not far. You haven't, but I did talk to you on online at one point.
Okay.
'Cause
So,
my parents both passed and they're getting along now.
'cause you said, I'm sorry, you're breaking up on me.
Oh, sorry. You had told me that I had asked about my parents, and you said they were getting along now after they passed. Which
Okay.
I thought was funny.
Yeah, sometimes we find out that our people who did not, especially divorces or people that had issues, they get to the other side and they understand why they had those issues. So that does happen.
Right.
Well, let me just tune into you and see what I can feel here. I feel like I already have somebody coming through for you. Hang on. Okay. So I have a male and a female coming through. It's not your parents, though. I feel like the female almost feels like a friend or a sister or a female who loves to tease. She loves to tease.
I
Um,
don't know.
she just makes me feel like she's the person who'd be like, "Hey, bitch," like calling people bitch, like lovingly. Just a teaser. Just very, I don't know how to explain this. She just loves to tease. Um, and I feel like she passed quite young, and she shows me like declining, becoming ill. I almost see pink ribbon. So I feel like this would be a breast cancer person. I feel like she worked with you at one point and that you guys made fun of other people. You could be snarky with each other.
Oh, Mary. Yes. Oh my gosh, for sure.
Okay.
Oh my God, definitely.
And she just makes me feel like she's like, look at that bitch over there. Like, just kind of like very snarky.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, very fun. She makes me feel like her health declined, but it declined quickly. Does that? Yeah. And she comes through, and I mean, just if you can ever like go to a sign painting party and just paint, "Hey, bitch," that's just like an honor to her. Like, she just makes me feel like if you call her the bitch from the other side, she's going to answer to it. So, I mean, she's
Oh
just.
my God, that's too funny.
Yeah, she's funny and fun and snarky and sarcastic. And she makes me feel like she comes to you all the time with like when you say something off the top of your head and people are surprised, that's her working through you.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that
Wow.
funny?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
She would get a song. She would send me a song email and a song, like, that, and get that in my head all day long.
oh, how funny. She also talks about laughing so hard that you pee your pants. And that there's a story about this. Whether it was her or you, I don't know. So that's funny.
God.
Do you also have a brother who's passed or a husband or an old boyfriend?
No.
Okay. This is a guy in your generation. He comes through, he shows me he's in your generation, and he talks about Mexico or going to Mexico, travel. He talks about, I feel like he passed very young from something that old people pass from. So, like he had a stroke or a heart attack or something in his 40s or 50s. And he says, I was too young for this. So he comes forward too. That's okay. Take it with me. Like you didn't recognize Mary right away. But I'm telling you, honey, your squirrel is back on the bird feeder. Take the BB gun. Go shoot it.
I don't have any BBs for it.
My dad used to shoot squirrels all the time on his bird feeder. And we have his gun and his BBs. So we just kind of make jokes about it all the time. We'd never shoot a squirrel in town. Maybe out in the country. Anyway, this guy comes forward. He talks about a trip to Mexico. And he talks about kind of just living really hard. I feel like he enjoyed every moment of his life.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ron's brother.
And he
Yes.
comes through,
Oh my gosh.
and his
Wow.
death was untimely. He says it just happened like that, correct?
Well, the person I'm thinking about committed suicide.
Oh, untimely. So, I mean, I just feel like he does not take a lot of responsibility yet in this, but it would make sense. But yeah, he just comes forward and he lets you know he's okay too. Okay? But
That's good.
your friend, she wants you to like gossip and be snarky with her all the time. Isn't that funny?
Okay.
Okay.
I can work that.
Okay, thanks, Janice.
Jana, I have a question. We have our current situation going on in our house that's a little stressful.
Okay.
Can you see if that's going to end well
Oh,
soon?
so I'm being told you're not listening. And that's the reason why it's so stressful is you guys are like resisting and not like going with the flow on this. Does that make sense?
No. We have two dogs that are not getting along. We're watching one.
Are they both your dogs or not?
One is our dog, one is our brother-in-law's dog.
And why doesn't your brother-in-law have it?
And they fight.
Okay. Why doesn't your brother-in-law have
In
it?
the hospital.
Oh. Okay. First of all, I feel like there's ways to work this out. I had a little dog that thought he could kick coyotes' asses. So anytime a dog would come around, my dog would get really aggressive. And I had to give him valerian root. Do you know what this is? You can buy it at Walmart. It's called valerian root. It's VALARIAN.
Oh, okay.
And I used to make these little peanut butter bombs with valerian root and give him the powder in
Okay.
the peanut butter, and it would calm his ass right down.
Oh,
And you can get
because
pheromone.
there's only one. It's his dog that.
Is the aggressor. Yeah, and then get him one of those collars from Amazon. They're calming collars, and those work wonders too.
Oh,
Yeah,
good. I just saw one.
yeah. Get those two things, the valerian root, about every 3 hours or so, and the calming collar, and they'll be best friends. There he is again, honey. Okay. Thank you. Yep. Thanks.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, Tanya Book.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry, we're going over on time, so I apologize. It's taken me longer to get through everybody. So Tanya, what can I do for you?
I wanted to see if anybody came.
Okay. Well, let me just open up to your energy here. Sorry, I'm laughing at Ken with the squirrel. It's like a comedy show over here.
Well, thanks.
That's okay. Your picture is frozen on my screen. I can't see anything.
That's what everybody keeps saying, but I'm watching on Facebook, and I don't believe it's frozen here. I don't know. I did some of these on Zoom because Google Meets wasn't working for everybody. But this is my experience with Zoom all the time, is that somebody's always frozen. And I don't have that on Google Meets.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let me,
different.
yeah, I like Google Meets better, but what do I know? Okay, so Tanya, Let me just tune into you. Is there a mother figure on the other side?
Yes.
Okay. I definitely get a female on the other side who comes forward to me, shows me mother figure. She's like, eat, eat, eat. Have some food. Like, she taste my soup. Like, she wants to nourish, is what she shows me. Have you made a quilt out of her clothing or done something with her clothing?
No.
She makes me feel like somebody's going to put things together that belonged to her. So I don't know what this is. Like, combine them and make something new out of them. So whether it's like plates that you break and make a mosaic pattern with, I don't know. She makes me feel like somebody's taking her old stuff and making it something new. She's with another woman who's very religious on the other side. Would that be her mother?
Possibly.
Okay. I have somebody singing church hymns or very religious. Shows me church was important. And she's showing me that she is with her on the other side.
Okay.
She's also telling you to take care of your health, take care of yourself. I'm going to tell you that I feel it's more COVID related. Have you had COVID yet? Okay.
No.
Where are you from?
Pennsylvania.
Okay. She's telling me you could come in contact or something right now, and you have to take care of yourself and be careful. Does that make sense?
I mean, I guess. I mean, anybody
Okay.
could come in contact. I'm not sure if that's really what she's referring to.
I'm not sure. It almost feels like you could prevent this. If you're, whatever it is, you can prevent it if you're careful. So just keep this in mind. I don't know. She's very motherly. She's very much like, wants you to take care of yourself, wants you to eat, wants you to sleep, wants you to, nourish and that kind of thing. Do you have a brother who's living?
Yes.
Do you two not get along? I'm being told you need to be closer. You need to get along. There needs to be a friendship.
We get along to an extent.
Okay.
He's just, but I understand where that's coming in.
Okay. Yeah, she's telling you to mesh, get closer, do what you need to do. And you're going to make a move at some point. You're going to like uproot and change your life at some point. And she's saying you'll know when, and it will all work out. And if you come into resistance, it's because it's the wrong time or the wrong place. And so listen to your gut reaction.
Okay.
Does that make sense for you?
I've talked about moving. I mean, it's not something that I'm ready to do yet.
Nope.
But I have talked about it.
And it won't happen just yet. But when it does happen, the time will be right. Okay. I don't know. She's a strong presence. She's never going to leave your side. Yeah. Is this the person you were hoping to hear from?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much.
Did she wear glasses too?
No. She did not.
I don't know what she's showing me about sunglasses or glasses or something. I don't know. I'm seeing almost like Jackie Kennedy kind of sunglasses. I don't know. I feel like there's a picture. There's a picture. She talks about the big, big, big glasses. So just know that. Okay? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try and get everybody we got in the room today, which is, I think we had 19 altogether. So we're going to go overtime on this. Okay. Alyssa, did I read for you yet? I don't see you on my list. Alyssa King, unmute.
Hi, not yet.
Okay, where are you from?
Rockford, Illinois.
Rockford. Oh my gosh, I miss being at the Hope and Anchor, which is in Loves Park, and I go there once a month, but not right now. And then we got to the point where I could go, and I went twice, and then we had to shut it down again. So I feel bad for my Illinois peeps because we just can't get together. So, have I seen you in person?
I joined a happy hour group last week.
Oh,
but that's
fun.
it.
Okay. So, are you looking more for mediumship today?
Whatever you got for me.
Okay, well, let me.
I kind of just don't want to pick and narrow it down to something. So
Okay.
whatever you're kind of tuning into me.
Well, let me just tune into you and see which fork in the highway we take. Hang on here.
Okay.
Okay. So, you have a really open third eye. Do you know that?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Your third eye is really open.
Okay.
So that is how you dream. It's how you see vision in your head. It's how you like are able to have like remember things very clearly in detail that you've seen before. Does that make sense?
A lot of sense, yeah.
Okay, people with wide open third eyes tend to see weird things off to the side of their vision and they turn their head and like nothing's there. You can also see orbs at times or sparks.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, like I'll see sparks around people, I'll see colors around people, that kind of thing. And there's times where your third eye is stronger than other times. So especially if you don't know how to work your chakras or how to open them up and shut them down, you'll have issues with, like it's real strong and you get headaches. The next day it's called a third eye hangover.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, right? And people who have really strong,
Yeah, absolutely.
people with real strong third eyes tend to have more dreams about their loved ones who've passed away. So you actually are able to go to them more than they come to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot, yep.
So, yeah, if you meditate, you can actually enhance this and work with it more. So just know that.
Okay.
It's just so strong. I feel like our third eyes are like connected right now. It's so bizarre. Like you and I could play some fun little third eye games where I could like project something to you and you could pick it up. And I feel like you and I could do that very easily.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of the things I do.
I'm pretty sure my daughter can also read my mind.
Oh, how funny. Wow.
Yeah, it's weird, but I'm just getting so used to it now. But I'll be thinking something, and she'll say, "We should go do this," and it'll be exactly what I'm thinking. So,
My son and I have that experience all the time. All the time. And if we're traveling or taking a trip and we're driving, it's so bizarre because I can say something and he's like, I was just thinking that. So, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm getting a couple different things with you. Is there an older gentleman who has passed who had a lot to do with the church? Okay. So this man shows me genealogy stuff and doing somebody who's currently doing genealogy with the family and looking at the family tree and this kind of thing. And he talks about that he actually was like a big part of the church. And that there's something named after him, either a street or a building or something that has like his last name on the building or on the street.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. If it wasn't the church, it was something that was a big part of the community. And he shows me like the 1930s, 1940s. So I don't know if this would be like great grandpa for you. You know, it just feels like it's way back. But he talks about the family name still
His name's Sigurd.
he talks about the family name still existing on a building or on a sign.
My mom's next to me, and she's great at this stuff. At remembering things usually.
Does this connect for her?
But it's not ringing a bell.
Okay. He's just so strong.
No. Yeah. We're not sure it could be, but we're not. The building and things like that aren't coming to mind right away.
It's either a building or a road, but it's spelled out, and I feel like it's his last name. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the name, and I'm not getting it. I want to say like Oldenburg or Olson or something like that. But I could be really off on that.
Anderson?
Could be.
Yeah. No, it's not. Nothing's really ringing a bell with that.
Okay. Oh, sorry, he's showing me all kinds of shit. Now he's talking about the Masonic Temple. So it might not have been a church. It could have been the Masons.
My mom thinks her grandpa was a
Grandpapa of the Masons. Yeah, because a Masonic temple and a church look very similar. And I feel like there is something historically connecting him to the Masonic temple, or if you like look in history, he is very connected, or he was the Grand Poobah. I don't know. I don't know all the shit with the Masonic crap. I don't know. But he does come forward and say his. And I feel like he owned a business and his name was on a business, and that building still has his name on it today. So I feel like it was an old part of town, and that if you like look under the sign that's on the business, his name is like in the wall of the business. So just have her do some research on that. God, he just took this moment to be like, I'm important. Here I am. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Strong personality. And he just comes forward and lets me know he's around. He doesn't have much to say except like make sure he goes down in history. And he says he had heart issues. Jesus, he won't stop with me. He says his ticker gave out. His heart gave out. Jesus.
That would be my dad's dad, my grandpa.
I feel like this is still a generation above that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what happens when you tell me I get to go anywhere. It's just like the strongest personality will come through. And it doesn't even matter. Like, they're just so damn strong. And I just feel like this Masonic temple thing was so big for him. Like, it was a part of his identity.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll have to do some research. Oh, what about Sons of Norway? Do you get anything with that?
Is that like the Masons?
That was like my great grandfather's like identity.
Maybe that's what I'm
It's
picking
just
up.
like another
really, really big.
That might be what I'm picking up. Absolutely. I'm Norwegian and I've never heard of the Sons of
I'll
Norway.
do some research on that to see about any doubles.
Oh, it's like my mom used to talk about it all the time when we were growing up. She went to like Norwegian camp in the summer.
Oh my God. Oofta. That's so funny because
She's laughing.
we just had lefse for Thanksgiving in Minnesota.
We used to make it as a child. We would just use like a flour tortilla, sugar, and butter, and heat it up in the microwave, and that was like our quick 5-second lefse, and it was so good.
I was putting cranberry sauce on mine and eating it like a jelly sandwich. Mm-hmm. It was really good.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Okay, well, Alyssa, I'm going to move to our next person. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, Tiffany. Tiffany, can you unmute?
Yes, I did.
Hi, Tiffany. Where are you from? Whoop, I'm sorry, where?
Marion, Wisconsin.
Where is that?
That is about an hour away from Green Bay, an hour away from Appleton, an hour away from Wausau.
So you're north,
Nowhere.
north of Green Bay?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very
Okay.
north, yes.
So what do you want me to look at for you today?
Mediumship, please.
Okay, well, let me just tune in on you and
Anyone?
see what I can feel. Okay. So I have a couple different things I'm picking up. Do you have a male friend who passed or a male in your generation that passed?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. So he's making me feel it all in my head. Did he have head injury or was there drugs or something involved like that? A seizure?
I'm not really sure what it.
Okay. I will tell you I feel it all in here. He makes me feel like his behavior was not so good before his passing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he wasn't always. Yeah.
Is this somebody, was this a boyfriend or husband for you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Like more like a brother.
Okay. He makes me feel like how can I say this? People caught on to him after his passing or figured out that he had lied about things. Does that make sense?
No, there's been a lot of passings in the past month, so
This is not somebody who's died in the past month.
crossed, but
This is somebody who's been gone for quite a while.
oh,
I wouldn't pick them up if they just passed in the last
so
month.
then, I mean, I've had a lot of people that have passed, so
So this guy just makes me feel like he's close to your age. There was a head issue. I almost feel like it's a head injury. And he makes me feel like his behavior was really bad before he passed. And after his passing, people found out some of the things he lied to them about. And he just shows me that he was not, he didn't have the best moral character. And he went by one name. He was named one thing, but didn't go by that. He went by another name. So I feel like he had a nickname or his name was shortened. He did not go by the name he was given at birth.
oh my gosh, I'm really trying to think. I'm sure there is. someone.
He's singing Born to Be Wild.
I can't really grasp on it right now.
So, I mean, I'm hearing the song Born to Be Wild. So, I feel like he had issues from childhood, even of being ADD or very attention deficit. Like, he was just really had a rough childhood, is what he shows me.
Is it something?
I promise you.
If it's Mike.
I just feel like his behavior was really bad. Like there was some addiction issues or something before he passed, and that he really struggles.
I do have a lot of people.
Yeah. So just take that information with you, jot it down, think about it, and see where that takes you. I'm sure you'll think of it later. Okay? Okay. Thank you, Tiffany. Okay, Yolanda. Yolanda?
I'm here.
Hi, honey.
I'm here.
How
are you? I can't see you.
I can't see you either.
Really?
Is your camera on? There we go.
Can you?
I can see you.
Yeah, it's on. But you're frozen. You're frozen.
I'm sorry. I don't know why. It's working on the Facebook Live. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving, honey.
Thank you, and you too.
Thank you. So yeah, I think I really like Google Meets much better than this because this has a delay and it's freezing and it seems like everybody's having issues. Yeah.
It's fine. I can understand. I wanted get mediumship and also ask about my career and anything else that comes through.
Okay, well let me just open up here. Okay. Yolanda, have we ever done mediumship before? I'm always talking about future stuff with you, huh? Do you have father on the other side?
We've never done mediumship. Yeah.
So your father has.
I don't know.
Your father has passed.
Well, biological, but not my father. Here.
Okay, I get a father. I get a father figure on the other side who comes forward for you. He's very logical and smart. And I feel like he didn't have a good background or a good childhood. Does that make sense with your biological father?
No, because I did not know.
Oh. Okay. I know he just comes forward and he talks about education and smart and being smart, and I feel like he's pointing to you like that's a chip off his shoulder. Like, like he gave you like logical smart thinking he talks about. And you said your father who raised you is still living?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your biological father wants your attention. Have you ever done any research on him, or do you know much about him?
I just found out about him last summer. Because I did Ancestry.com.
Okay.
But I have I know who he is. He didn't know about me.
Okay. He wants you to research him a little bit more. And I feel like he's coming through to say he does know about you now. And that you have some of his characteristics and his traits.
How unfortunate for me.
I'm sorry. I think the good ones, though. You have the good ones, not the bad ones.
Thanks.
Yeah. No, he just shows me that you have some of his good stuff, like some of the stuff that's important to have. Okay, career. Let's take a look. Now, you said you're back in Florida now?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am. But I don't know if I'll stay here. I don't know.
I don't think you will either. I don't think you, I don't know. You kind of, oh, interesting. So I'm picking up financial security through career and stability in your career. Are you still working online, or are you working in a university at this point?
Well, yeah, I do work for a university, but I'm not planning to go back to them. And actually, I went in a different direction, and I'm doing an internship.
Okay.
In January.
I get
So
making,
I went to a different field.
yeah, good money.
But we haven't talked in so long.
Yeah. I feel like going in a different direction is smart right now, and there's good money and more joy. So I feel like continue to go in that direction that you're headed in. It's good.
Well, I'm concerned about my internship right now because I don't know what's going on with it.
Right now, I feel like it's not where it's going to be, but it's heading in there's going to be good income in about 2 years. So 2 years real stable.
What was that?
I know, we're having a lot of weird stuff. I get stability in 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but you don't see me staying where I am.
I think you're going to stay there a little while and then leave.
A little while and leave, you said?
Yeah. Yeah. Our connection is so bad.
I would need a reason.
Let me message you, and I'll do a quick FaceTime with you. Our connection is so bad here. So I'll do a quick FaceTime with you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, thanks, honey.
All right.
Yep, bye-bye. I'll let you know. I'll message you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Corey is our last one. Hi, how are you? Look at you looking all sexy and patient there.
I'm sleeping. I'm chilling like a villain. I'm sleeping.
Oh my gosh. I wanted to try Zoom today because so many people had issues with the Google Meets, but I really love Google Meets more than I love Zoom.
I like Google Meets too. It's just that I have so many problems trying to get in it. Sometimes I can, and most of the times I can't.
Yeah, you're one of the people who's had problems.
It's frustrating.
But I've had so much issue with lagging and dragging and people not it's weird. Like it feels, and people having me frozen, so I'm not sure that I love Zoom.
Yeah, you have nothing but a picture here of your face. It's not even a live video of you. It's just a picture.
That's crazy. Okay, I don't know what's going on, girl. So what question do we have?
But we can hear you, so that's the positive thing. Well, I guess I was leaning towards more the mediumship side of it, but I kind of wanted to see if you could tell me anything about my biological father. Anything?
Is he still living?
Just anything kind of you want to tell me. I'm kind of.
Okay. Is your biological father still
I have no
here
idea.
and living?
I don't know. I've never met him. I would like to try to find him, but I don't even know how to go about doing it.
Have you done DNA?
I'm on Ancestry.com, but I've had no hits.
Okay. I feel like he's going to come up through the DNA thing. You're going to have where you hit one of his family members at some point. So just be patient with that. Just be patient.
Yeah,
Was he a Marine or was he in the military? Do you know?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know, but I don't think so. I know he was a cowboy type. Loved horses, things like that.
Interesting, because I get some military service or Navy or Marine or something like that. Or at least maybe his father or
I mean, I don't know.
he grew up in that kind of situation, quite possibly. I feel like you have siblings. So I feel like you're going to eventually have a hit on a DNA sibling. So just know that.
Oh, good. Yeah, I do. I've heard that I have an older brother, but I don't know.
Yeah, I get more than one sibling. So I feel like there are siblings. And I feel like for you, I'm just pulled out west. So I don't know if Southern California or what this is, Arizona. There's a connection there to him with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so just know that.
Anybody trying to come?
Yeah, I'm just seeing here I get an older gentleman who's hard of hearing. He shows me like, huh. I mean, it's hard. I feel like he had a rough time hearing people. This mask thing would make him crazy because he couldn't read lips. Like, and is this mom's dad that was like this?
No, that sounds like he used to be my father-in-law.
Okay.
We were really close.
Okay, he comes forward and he's just teasing you. He talks about dogs and loving animals and just like how you show animals real respect and love and kindness, and he adores that with you. So he makes me feel like he thinks that's the shit. He shows me that you are very unafraid of life and that you go forward with like a spark that he loves about you, and that you don't let anything hold you back from what you want to do, and that your daughter will be the same way, your youngest daughter. So he says she is a perfect clone.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen her if you're hugging on me during the.
Oh, I haven't. Yeah.
But she's been in and out, loving all over me.
Aw. And he says she's your perfect clone. He comes through just very much like, even though he was your father-in-law, he still looks at you as a daughter, and that's important. So, yeah. Yeah, he's just strong energy on the other side. I would say be patient with your dad's family. You're going to find, there she is. Hi, Pumpkin. Yeah, you're going to find more out about your biological father's side. And I feel like he's got, a couple different kids, a couple different families.
I kind of think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first reading you did for me, you were telling me about 2 grandmotherly types, and I think one of them might have been his mother.
Probably. And she'll probably facilitate so that you can find your family. So, yeah, she's working on the other side for it.
I'm not getting any younger. I'd like to find that side of my family to see, what all's there. So
Curiosity. I mean, there's always curiosity in it, and that's okay. I mean, don't get your hopes up too high, because I don't feel like there's going to be a big connection. I just feel like you might answer some questions. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, do you know? You feel like that he ever even wondered about me or felt bad for leaving or anything like that? I mean, I don't know, just random questions.
Was your mom still pregnant?
Huh?
Was your mom still pregnant when he left?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not like concrete in his head. You know, like your daughter is a concrete idea of her personality and who she is. You know, he's not even sure like that you really even exist. It's just not a concrete thing in his mind.
Right.
Yeah. So
But he is still living.
I do believe he is, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, honey, thank you so much.
Well, maybe it'll work out.
You take care.
Thank you.
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, we got through everybody in 2.5 hours. I appreciate everybody tuning in and everybody who came in. I'm sorry if there was glitches, but I appreciate it. And I thank you all for watching on Facebook. We will do this again later on in the week. I think on December 3rd, I have another event, $9.99 to get in. I hope I see you. Thank you.